I'm AJ Freed, and you should vote for me for Prom King.
And I'm Michele Spiller, and you should vote for me for Prom Queen.
I'm Sean Petraitis, and due to high demand, I have your weekend weather.
Hi, I'm Sean McQuillan, and I've got this week in Mepham Sports.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 3. Please rise and join us for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, Michele, I honestly thought we were done reporting the news from our rooms.
We'll just call this our pandemic throwback episode.
Right. See, we're back reporting from our homes because of yesterday's superintendent's conference, but for some students, yesterday wasn't just a day off from school, but it was the celebration of Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr, also called the Festival of Breaking the Fast, is a religious holiday celebrated by Muslims worldwide that marks the end of the month-long dawn-to-sunset fasting of Ramadan.
Attention freshmen and sophomore interested in joining Drama Club. Skull and Bones will be doing a performance of their show Theory of Relativity after school Monday, May 17th in the auditorium specifically for freshmen and sophomores. After the performance, there will be a Q&A with senior members in the club to find out all the thrilling things you have to look forward to with Skull and Bones.
Attention seniors, prom tickets are on sale soon. Tickets are $85 per person and will be sold in the East Cafeteria between May 17th and May 26th from 2:15 p.m. to 3 p.m. Students can also purchase tickets during 4th period in room LL01, which is down the stairs across from rooms 125. Students can pay with cash or make a check out to Mepham High School.
Attention juniors, Class of 22 senior shirts are now available for purchase. Contact your class advisor for more information.
Now let's send it over to Jake Winkleman for a special around campus about mental health awareness with Dr. Bausert.
Hey Pirates, I'm Jake Winkleman and welcome to Around Campus. We are now in the middle of Mental Health Month, so this week I'm joined by Dr. Bausert, one of the Mepham's resident school psychologists. So welcome, Samantha.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
So what is your role exactly as a school psychologist?
So as a school psychologist, what I am able to do is provide students with mental health support within the building. That could certainly be in the form of individual counseling, group counseling. Sometimes I'll even pop into some of the classrooms to talk about some stressors and how people can handle working through stressful situations or things of that nature. So I'm really here to provide social emotional support to students at Mepham High School.
And what is special about this month in particular?
So what's special about this month is that it's Mental Health Awareness Month. And what makes that really exciting for me is it's a month that acknowledges taking care of ourselves, not just physically, but also socially and emotionally. And I think sometimes we forget about taking care of our minds. A lot of times we'll talk about taking care of our bodies, right? Eating healthy, exercising, things like that. But a lot of times we forget to focus on what we can do to take care of our minds and our hearts. And this month really devotes time to being able to work on that and find ways to really take care of ourselves and engage in self-care so that we can live a happy and healthy life.
Definitely. And what are some of those factors that are detrimental to mental health?
That's a really great question. I think stress is a major factor when it comes to things that could hurt people's mental health, especially being in a school setting, right? There's a lot of stress related to academics, getting involved, right? For some of the juniors and seniors, plans for after high school, things like that. So I think stress could be very detrimental. And it's definitely something that is an ongoing conversation about how to handle the stress and what can we do to de-stress and decompress. So there's certainly so many things that we can do, which is the good news, because there's certainly something we can do with the stress that we have and carry on our shoulders. But I think that's certainly a factor that could hurt how we think, how we feel when it kind of goes into that stressful cycle.
And what are some fun things happening for Mental Health Month around the school?
So some things that are actually going on around the school, we have Wellness Wednesdays that came back. in the beginning of the year, they were not running due to COVID circumstances and things of that nature. But more recently, Wellness Wednesdays have gotten back up and running. And the reason I'm really excited about that is because it gives students and families the opportunity to connect with mental health support, whether that's helping students work through or families work through something that's going on that is really reflecting a tough time they're having, or whether it's an opportunity for us to actually have a conversation to discuss ways to work through whatever is going on or distressing the person I'm meeting with. So that's a big thing. And then a part of Wellness Wednesdays, I'm actually running 2 mindfulness groups that are giving students around campus an opportunity to learn how to be more mindful. So mindfulness is really about learning how to live in the present moment, not worrying too much about the future, not worrying too much about the past, right? Trying to live a mindful life, which is so hard, right? And what's great about that is it gives people an opportunity on a regular basis to check in and get some therapeutic support. So those are some wonderful things that I know are happening that I'm a part of. I know that some of the teachers and staff are certainly involving wellness conversations, as we approach the end of the year. But I know that Wellness Wednesday is a big factor in what we are offering Mepham students.
Thank you so much for your insight, Dr. Bausert. Your efforts and impact within the Mepham community are greatly appreciated.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I'll be back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jake, and thanks, Dr. Bausert. Now, let's send it over to Sean McQuillan with your week in Mepham Sports.
I haven't done a sports report from home since January, so it feels weird doing it again. But this time, I have sports to report on, unlike I did in January where the return of sports felt like a dream. Starting off on the diamond, the girls softball team defeated the East Meadow Jets in a 10-6 victory, moving their record to 6-2 in the season. The girls will look to move to 7-2 when they take on their rivals, the MacArthur Generals. The Mepham baseball team took a rough loss this past week against crosstown district rival, the Calhoun Colts. If you weren't able to attend that game, BMB had its cameras at the home of the Colts. You can go watch the previously live-streamed game on the BMB YouTube channel. Heading to the field, the girls and boys lacrosse teams both won their previous games, coming off tough losses to great teams. The girls who currently hold a 5-1 record will hope to move to 6-1 on Monday the 17th, and the boys who are 3-1 will look to move to 4-1 later today against Division. Lastly, girls badminton is undefeated at the moment with a 3-0 record when their next opponent coming later today when they stay home to play Great Neck North. In national news, the Knicks and Nets made the NBA playoffs along with the New York Islanders who made the NHL playoffs. Congrats to those fans who support those teams, and let's go Islanders. Sorry, Rangers fans. Not sorry. That's all for me. For BMB, I'm Sean McQuillan. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sean. Now let's send it over to Ava Scheffler from her backyard with your weekend forecast.
Chef cooking up a storm, and this is your weekend forecast.
Hello, I'm Precipitation Petraitis, not Eva, and I'm back with your weekend weather. After last week's success on the show, I've managed to come back for a second week of weather reporting. Today, we'll have a high of 69 degrees and a low of 50 degrees. Saturday, we'll have another high of 69 degrees and a low of 54 degrees. Sunday, we'll have a high of 66 degrees and a low of 53 degrees. So overall, a nice weekend. Go outside and get some sun, and I'll see you guys next week on the weather.
Thanks, Ava. Now for today's quote of the day. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground.
These have been the BMB Morning Announcements for Friday, May 14th.
Have a great day, Mepham. You're probably not going to high-five me back. I don't know which side you're on. Worth a shot.